Suspicious COVID test sites are popping up all over the Bay Area. Viewers asked what is going on here, so the ABC 7 News I-team is out there getting answers.
I want to believe you're here for the right reasons, but you're not giving me any proof. Ada?
The Alameda County Public Health Department is investigating complaints against one local site deemed to be concerning. I-team reporter Stephanie Sierra confronted the woman who is collecting the tests there and is pressing the company behind it for some answers here. And Steph joins us in studio now. What'd you find?
Well, Larry, health officials say they have received complaints about suspicious sites asking all the wrong questions, like what's your social, immigration status, even asking for lots of money just to get a COVID test. But in this particular case, investigators say sometimes silence alone raises suspicion.
Ada? A quick question for you. I'm Stephanie with Channel 7.
When you ask simple questions,
Ada, can you talk to me, please?
And all you get is
Ada?
Silence.
Ada, we just have a few questions for you. Can you please call me back?
This young woman claims to be a volunteer advertising free COVID testing on the Nextdoor app at several locations across Alameda County, including this one off College Avenue in Oakland, right outside Safeway.
Let me be clear, we have received concerns about that location.
Vasilisa Capilla is the COVID testing lead for the Alameda County Public Health Department. Her team receives 3 to 4 complaints about unauthorized test sites across the county each week. She says this site is raising eyebrows for not being transparent.
They should be able to say who they're affiliated with and how they're operating.
So we tried to verify that.
Ada, I'm asking you a question. You're on public property here, so I'm just here with a couple questions about your site. Can you explain to me where you're sending your samples? Ada?
And got nothing, just silence.
Some of the common complaints we're getting right now is that there's a one-person operation. It's unmarked. It's unclear whether equipment is being and supplies are being managed the way they should be, not really knowing who's behind it.
At first glance, a Hayward-based lab, Predison, is advertised at the site. Predison told the I-team this site is run by one of their contractors, Red Shelf. Red Shelf collects COVID tests and gets paid for each test processed. Some viewers who visited the site wrote on Nextdoor, complaining they never got their results back. So the I-team reached out to Red Shelf for further comment, but we didn't get a response.
Leave a message after the beep.
Predison declined our request for an interview, but did send us the following statement saying, Predison provides comprehensive standard operating procedures for each step of the testing process to maintain quality and consistency. We adhere to all regulatory requirements, including Clinical Laboratory Improvement Amendments, or CLIA, and College of American Pathologists. Copies of Predison's CLIA and other licenses are provided to each of our collection contractors. Alameda County health officials told the I-team legitimate pop-up sites should provide the name and federal CLIA certification number of the lab used to process their tests.
Can you provide me the lab's CLIA certification number? Ada?
So we asked again.
Can you please provide the CLIA certification number?
Silence.
I want to believe you're here for the right reasons, but you're not giving me any proof.
That's a red flag.
Attorney General Rob Bonta says unauthorized or non-compliant test sites are becoming a statewide problem. We asked him about the refusal to give out the lab's CLIA certification at this site.
Would you consider that a red flag?
Yes.
Though it's unclear whether Alameda County public health officials will take any action with this site, others have been cited for not following protocols or worse.
Some of these sites are testing individuals and then, taking their money in exchange, but never providing a testing result or providing a fake testing result. Be careful, because there are scammers out there. This is real. This is a real threat.
And while this is a real site with red flags, that has already been kicked off Safeway's property after customers complained and store management told the I-team the site was not cleared to operate on Safeway property. Yet the site just moved a few yards to the left, but is still operating.
We're definitely concerned if it continues to not be in alignment with testing site guidance.
Now, Alameda County health officials tell us they are still working to decide which agency will regulate this particular site in Oakland. But bottom line here, stay alert if these sites can't or won't provide basic information about the lab and especially where your personal information is going. For the I-Team, Stephanie Sierra, ABC 7 News.
And Steph, we should point out you were out there for 2 hours trying to talk to that woman, and at no time did she acknowledge your presence. But what penalties could people violating the testing protocols actually face? Well,
Attorney General Rob Bonta says depending on the facts in each case, there could be significant penalties here, including criminal and civil fraud charges, and potentially even identity theft, which can be punishable as a felony.
All right.